One of the most important recipes in brownies for breakfast is another thing that so many of us love to have for breakfast, granola. I call it the world's greatest granola in my humble way, because it is, and because I've done the search that you may have done, especially if you are diabetic or you're thinking about becoming a diabetic, or someone has told you that you're going to become a diabetic. I have searched a whole aisle of the grocery store from hands and knees all the way up to the top, looking for a granola that has no sugar in it. And guess what? It's just, you can't find it. I don't know anyone who is making one. And it's so easy for you to make it yourself, which has the side benefit of being about a quarter of the price, maybe less, of any granola that you buy already made. Plus, it's going to be exactly what you want. It's going to be better tasting than the granola that you buy. And it's going to be in your pantry when you want it, a nice big jar, which I'll show you in a little bit. So this is how easy it is. We've dumped the rolled oats in here, a whole bunch. I think I call, 4.5 cups of rolled oats. And these, if you look at the package, when you buy the rolled oats, it should say ingredients, rolled oats. That's it. That's all that's in there. And there are sesame seeds. These are raw sesame seeds. Gonna dump those in. Those have protein and so many other good things. Really a good food to be eating, adding to your diet. Then we're gonna dump what we call roughly chopped almonds. These are raw almonds, and they're a little bit powdery in some places. I did them in my mini food processor, but they're kind of small chunks. There we go. And we all know how good almonds are for you. If you want to use another nut, great. If you have cashews and you want to use them, use them. They'll work exactly the same way. Walnuts, oh yeah, really good. And today, because pumpkin, I love pumpkin, here's pumpkin seeds. I had them, I want to use them up. They're really great for you. Boom, in there. Cinnamon, we're gonna put, how much do we put in? I always just dump a ton. 2 tablespoons it calls for. Cinnamon, by the way, is not just to spice up your granola. It's one of the best spices that you can eat nutritionally. It actually has an effect on your blood sugar. There's some research now, I hope there'll be more soon, about just how effective it is to keep your blood sugar in line. So don't be afraid of it. Use a lot of it. This is Lakanto monk fruit with some other stuff, sugar-free maple syrup. So I'm gonna dump that in. It's gonna make it stick together a little bit. You'll see if you've looked at recipes, most granola call for a maple syrup, but maple syrup is sugar. It's delicious, it's natural, but if you don't want that blood sugar hit, you don't want to be eating maple sugar. And then this is coconut oil to glue it all together in a lovely way. Hemp seed, I had some, here they are. I'm just gonna throw some hemp seed in because, you know, why not? They're full of good stuff, very nutritious. They're small. They hide in other things. They add fiber. And you don't want to keep anything like this in your pantry too long. You want to use these things up while they're fresh. So bye-bye hemp seeds. Thank you very much for your service. I'm going to stir this up, and then we're going to spread it out. I've started using 2 pans instead of 1 because the only tricky thing about making this granola is you want to make sure you don't burn it. You want to be right at the oven. This bakes at, what temperature? 325, not very hot. And 1 minute it will be fine, and the next minute it will start getting kind of dark brown around the edges. So be sure that you're on hand to watch it and keep turning it with a spatula of some kind so that it doesn't burn. And if you would like this recipe, 2 ways to get it. 1, get the book. Brownies for Breakfast is available almost anywhere you buy books. Just ask for it. It's on Amazon, it's at Target, it's at Walmart, and it comes in a paperback or hardback printing. And I'd like to suggest that you get both, because why not? And it makes a great gift. So this is pretty well mixed up. Let's dump this in. Stir this bit some more. So you want it spread pretty evenly in the pan. My oven is telling me that it is heated up and ready to go. So I'm going to put this one in. Okay, in the oven. This smells so good already. You know what? I'm going to put the timer on for 18 minutes. All right, the granola is out of the oven. It smells heavenly. What a great way to start or end a day. It's out of the oven, and unlike the recipe in the book, Brownies for Breakfast, which includes dried apricots or cranberries, I made this batch with no fruit in it. The reason being, if you are diabetic, it's important to just pay attention to how much fruit you're eating every day. Fruit is sugary food. It's a great food. You should be eating some. But instead of the dried fruit that we have in the recipe, you might prefer to have fresh strawberries or blueberries or blackberries, in which case, do your granola naked and then add your own fruit. And your kids or your house guests or your spouse can always add dried apricots or cranberries, whatever. Let's do this. Let's scoop it out. So here you are with a jar of homemade granola. It's gonna last you for quite a while. Isn't it beautiful? It smells great. And you did it yourself. And it's sugar-free, so nutritious. So come see me at lynnbowman.com, LYNNEBOWMAN. More recipes. Sign up for my mailing list, Lynn's List, and be sure and pick up your copy of Brownies for Breakfast wherever you buy books. Note to selves: Brownies for Breakfast wherever you buy books.
Instagram.
What?
Instagram? You don't want to mention Instagram, Facebook?
Instagram? And, oh, great.